Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the stream. So, today we're continuing our adventures in Super Mario Galaxy. Hooray! Just Daniel
Yay,
today.
maybe we will.
Greg is at a family event, so no Greg today.
Well, he might be around.
He might be here later, but it is unknown. But at the moment, no Greg today.
Currently, Greg is lost.
Greg is lost, and actually,
Probably
knowing where he is, there's probably a lot of good food around.
I mean, even if there wasn't, he would just eat the world. You would
I
just
know,
notice
but
that there's a
still,
giant
like
bowl.
at like the event he's at, chat, like there's usually good food there.
We're not incredibly coy about what event this is, are we?
No, there's a lot of events you could have gone to. I'll just say it's not a funeral.
That just gives me the terrible idea that if somebody went to a funeral and there's a lot of food, they're just consuming the fucking corpse.
Oh no, Greg. Well, Daniel, sorry, Daniel. Basically, like for like a Jewish thing, there's like a thing you do after the funeral, which is like a thing of mourning where everyone gets together and like eats and is like, man,
Yeah,
Death
that's
sucks.
That's what we did as Asian people.
Oh, is that a thing too?
Specificity. Yes.
Okay,
I'm pretty
gotcha.
sure that's just a thing in general where you just.
I know, but
hang
like
out
there's a
together.
specific term that I forget the name. What is the term in Judaism? God.
The morning feast.
No, it's
As
like
opposed to
it's
the
called
morning.
something else different in like something. There's like an actual like letter or like word for it in Judaism. Forget exactly.
How the heck are you supposed to know that exists?
You don't, but I know where it is.
Well, gee, I couldn't have guessed that. Anyway, so
What happened to you today? You have a good Saturday, my friend?
it's been mixed. On the one hand, I watched the Doug Duck and Beetle collab, and
Yeah, I saw some of that.
Under-
Oh boy.
understandably, it went terribly for Doug.
Yeah, I'm not
And-
surprised. I saw his title was like basically like some about I forgot exactly what the title was, like doing blank with like an AI.
So
Oh, no.
what they did was GeoGuessr.
Oh, that I did
But-
see. Yeah, I saw that bit. I forgot the just stream title in general.
Yeah, but basically, Doug had an AI read out or collect all of his Twitch chats messages
Oh no.
and do some combination of things with that. Whereas Beetle just had to have his AI figure it out.
Oh, boy.
And unsurprisingly, Twitch chat actually lost a good couple of points because Doug didn't know where things actually were.
Oh, like you didn't know where like the Empire State Building was or something?
Malta.
Okay, that to be fair, that's not extremely common,
Fair, but
but it is funny.
yes. Like,
But
I'm not holding it against him for not knowing, but I am doing the standard Doug Twitch chat thing of
You're
blaming
chatter.
Doug for Twitch chat's problem.
Good job, buddy. Doug would probably be proud of you.
I am a part of the community.
Yes, you are. You are 100% a Doug Twitch chatter. Have you
Yes,
question?
I-
Have you gotten banned by his chat, like in one of those streams he does where he just bans people, or like his chat bans people?
I've considered trying to get banned, but the
But
problem
chat,
is
by the way,
that-
getting banned, it's not actually bad. Like he unbans everyone later. It's for the memes.
I think you should more preface it by the fact that Doug has events where the entire
Well-
goal of the stream is to potentially get banned.
Yes.
So I'm not trying to be.
He's not getting permad. He's just getting temp banned because Doug has a. Basically, he's like, what's like one thing he did was he was like, okay, explain to them the clip you showed me yesterday of people getting like, of that. Explain that clip.
So one thing that Doug did was that you would get banned if you didn't have a message that was the same or that was different from literally everybody else's in chat. So if somebody said hello and then you said hello, you'd get banned. So that's that's the kind of things that would get you banned, aside from being a general.
Actually, a
horrible
legitimate
person.
ban.
Yes, no. I'm more talking about like the kind of dumb bans that Doug likes to do occasionally.
Yeah, it's not a permaban, it's timing out more specifically.
Yes, it's just that the timing out phase lasts a little bit more than the average timeout.
Yeah, it's not a day, it's like a couple of days.
Anyway, though, so that was fun, but there have been other things that have been going on. So Hololive has announced technically one graduation and one might as well be a graduation. Or I think the terming is different, but it's effectively a graduation. So that happened within the last like 3 days, and that sucked. Like, I can understand why both of them are doing so for the graduations. They both have their own reasons. But it's also one of those cases of... I think I mentioned this on stream before, wherein you were talking about becoming a VTuber, and I was basically saying that there's not really much of a point. I think that we're starting to reach the phase we're really starting to hit the phase of VTubing where...
Oversaturation?
Well, not only oversaturation, but that there's not really as much of a point to being corporate anymore. So, one of the things that was important about corporate VTubers, and honestly, or before and even now, is that you're not really a corporate VTuber because you want to be. You're a corporate VTuber because there's somebody in the community that you like, or that you want more publicity.
So is it
for
like joining
being a
Machinima back in the day?
I guess.
Because like it was like big company can help you with legal. Well, they're supposed to help you with legal stuff, and like they're supposed to offer you the ability to get more exposure, but they take like a cut.
Yeah,
Because that's kind of what Machinima was back in the day until YouTubers went, "Oh, this is stupid. They're taking 40% of my money."
Something like that, I guess.
Come here. Bah!
Wherein, like,
Boom.
the thing is, though, that with any company, not just VTubing, but there are interests that the company will hold over the VTuber, or what the, I guess, talent will want. So, let's say in the Machinima case that, hey, Machinima doesn't want you to be, I don't know, incredibly... No, not, well, I mean, I guess toxic, but also, like, let's say they didn't want people to swear too much, and this is a hypothetical, right?
Right.
And then, let's say you and I, as talents, or swear quite a bit and don't really control our mouths. But, so, if we were in that situation, we could theoretically get in a lot of corporate trouble for doing that. And therefore...
I love having an HR department as a streamer.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, it's important sometimes to not say things that'll get you in trouble. I know that those of us in Hull, I definitely remember at least one case of that. But, like, there are just other things that could come up in that situation. So, for instance, one prior talent, well, it was never specified, right? So I'm just kind of taking
You're
it
speculating?
as... Yeah, as somebody who was actually following their content, they had a lot of content that was kind of more on the, what do you call it? Not graphic, but...
Just the edgy side?
No, not edgy either. What? So, it's like kind of crude humor, I guess, right?
Oh,
so,
okay.
more crude than Hololive really liked, I think. And so there were creative differences there, and that's why the person left. Didn't we? No. So I think that's a similar case to why one of them is leaving. The other one I think is leaving because of health reasons, but
I think I saw that health one. Like someone's taking like basically an extended break, but they don't know when they'll be back.
yeah, it's effectively an indefinite hiatus, and I think that the way it was labeled, they are effectively leaving the company. They are still able to participate or rejoin, but it's one of those cases that there is a high propensity that they're just not going to come back or do their own thing because that'll be easier on themselves.
Right.
But the second one was
Oh no.
at least, well, I'm not really going to say because I don't really know the full story of that one. But there are just reasons why VTubers will leave companies. And I think that, or back to the main point of why I even brought this up, I think we're reaching that point in VTubing where, like, sure, you get a lot of publicity as corporate, but there's not... We're reaching a point where the gains you get from that are slightly being outweighed by the benefits you get from just being a non-corporate. That being a lot more... Yeah, so like being a lot more free in what you get to do, not really having to worry about certain schedules or keeping up with stuff, though that again leads to the different question of your own income, but you know, that's what some people want to do. Like, there's a whole lot of stuff going on with that, I think. And like, power to the people that have left. May they have good endeavors. I will certainly miss them as well. But it is just an interesting case that we're having a lot of... Like, not even the Niji case where the work environment is just
Oh
trash.
god, Niji-sanji. Holy shit.
Yeah. Like, it's a lot more complex. And it is one of those cases where the complexity of it, I think, is why people are starting to shift back to just standard, not corporate.
So going through what live action YouTubers went through,
I guess.
where they're like, I don't really need a talent agency like Machinima to be in my way.
I mean, that's not to say that...
Oh, mother...
Like, that's not to say that they won't join different companies or whatever, or...
Yeah, it all depends on your individual situation. Like, if you're someone who needs a bit more help out, or the, like, stuff, like, it... I don't know, it depends on your situation. It's like really any kind of job, honestly. It's just like,
there's
hey,
also the case
there's
also the case of, you know, just legal in general. Being in a company does protect you, or does give you some
yeah, you get additional
that,
benefit, like corporate benefits of like, hey, they can help out if there's like a weird copyright situation, or I'm getting stalked.
Yeah.
Which, my god, that is awful. Holy shit.
Yeah, so like, I can see both ways, regardless, but there are definitely things that I think they will gain from leaving, and I think people can gain from leaving their corporate positions, but also there are things that you will lose. But I mean, it is what it is, ultimately.
That's a good way of putting it, honestly. Like, as someone who, I mean, we've obviously both had corporate jobs for years. We've had different ones. My first job out of like college, holy shit, I had 5 managers in 18 months. Jesus fucking Christ, that is no way to run a company. Holy shit. That company was run like complete ass. and it blows my mind that they're still in business. But like basically, I was like, okay, hey, you're contracted to go do. You're our employee, but sometimes we'll send you to go do like.
What the fuck? Wait, hold on. What the fuck did Mario just do?
Oh, I crouched. I was trying to do the trick, and I'm like, no, that's actually gonna probably screw me over more than helping me in this level.
There's a Mario can literally just go on all fours.
Yeah, I hold ZL. You can only do it at the start of a Cosmic Mario race.
Today I learned.
Awesome. Whee! I had that perfect, and then I screwed up my timing. God damn it.
Well, at least there's almost no consequence to doing this.
Yeah, I'm just bad.
But yeah, back to what you were saying.
Yeah, so like, it was like a job. I won't name the company, but like, fuck them, honestly. Where basically it was like, hey, you're gonna go to like, see, I'm holding ZL. Where like you go to, you're like, okay, you're our employee, but we'll contract you out to different places that we partner with. Like, hey, we need you to go to this place that does like, you know, like they run. We need you to go to their server room, or we need you to help upgrade their computers. Like it would vary week by week. God damn it! I don't know how I'm so bad at this. I'm usually good at this level, but like basically, we're like, hey, you're gonna do this week by week. It's gonna change. You could be in one side of the bay, like 1 week. You could be on the other side next week. It's like one of the reasons why I didn't get an apartment until like I got a job after that. Also because they paid me like shit. Holy fuck. Imagine trying to survive in the Bay Area on $21 an hour. It is not possible. But, like, I was like, okay, like, it's an okay job, but like, one of my managers, like my first manager I had, like he actually got me like enough hours that I was able to be full time because I was paid hourly. So like if I didn't have a job, I didn't have like, I didn't qualify for health insurance. And actually, the funny thing is, even though I was technically full time, I was full time by the hour. So like if I didn't get work for like 2 weeks, I'd just be fucked and just might not be able to renew my health insurance. So like that was fun. My first manager was great, but then he moved to New Mexico to like to just go to
get away from the rest of it.
No, he just went to a different part of the company, and he was great, but I was like sad. And then my next manager was like fine, but he only goes there like as a temp to be like, hey, you guys need a guy. I'm from the corporate office. I'll be in charge for a bit just to deal with it. And then the third guy I had was like so bad. I think we straight up almost unionized. Like in that group, like it was that bad. Because we were working a job at I'm not gonna say, it was like a big company everyone here has probably heard of. Like it's not some rinky dink, oh, this is just they do back end stuff. Like it's a company you've all heard of. And we're like, they're like, hey, we'll get you some like passes so you can go in and like go to like the cafeteria to get lunch. We're like, okay, and like that way you can also like go inside, go to the places faster, you can get in the building easier, you don't have to wait for one of us to come by. I'm like, great. And then they stick us in the back of a shitty warehouse with no air conditioning in the summer for our job, which was fun. And then like it's like it's a job we're gonna be there for like 6 weeks for. It's like, okay, you know, shitty, whatever. This isn't the norm for back end crappy IT. And then we like our like manager just like didn't come into work for like a week, and we're like, hey, you know, you told us we were gonna get these, like we sent like a polite email being like, hey, you know, we were promised like these badges, and we were promised we're gonna get like a fan in here, you know, like how come nothing's been done yet? You know, just like a nice polite average email just being like, hey, you know, you told us that, where what's the status? Nothing mean, no like calling him an asshole, no calling him names or saying, oh, you fucking suck at your job. Just like, hey, you know, we're curious, where's this detail? They don't respond again, and then it goes to another week, and we don't get a response, and we get a response of basically saying, yeah, not my problem. So that's really cool. So then we all collectively, after the day was over, we all sent an email to their boss and HR and said, hey, this is the problem we've been having for the last couple weeks. And there were like 40 of us signed on to that email. The next day, we get someone from the corporate office who goes, "Oh my god, I'm so fucking sorry." Like, we were like, yeah, we're gonna, like, stop working if you don't, like, solve this problem. Because, like, we emailed our boss and, like, their manager and the head of HR. And we're like, yeah, we're gonna do it. Like, we didn't say unionize, but we basically said, like, hey, you know, we're gonna stop working. We're gonna stop working collectively. And that made them freak the fuck out. And so the HR person then went, oh, I'm really sorry about that. Here, let me help you. So they helped us, they got us badges, and they got us everything, and I think that person who was our manager either got demoted or straight up fired. And that was really helpful. And then the boss head after that was great, but he decided to go back to school. So that was fun that he did that, because he was actually a great boss, but...
Wait, how does that work?
I don't know. The physics and like with these are weird. But like, yeah, he went back to school and we're like, oh, and I'm like, damn. And then after that, I had another manager for like about a year who was fine. Like, I didn't really talk to him that much, but like, I did my job and they answered my questions on time and it was nice. And they're the ones who actually put me on, like, I was contracted to work at like the last company I worked at, like before my current job. And then like after a year, the guy who became my like now former boss, like most recent boss, other than my one that currently helps me with my day-to-day, was like, hey, would you like to work here full-time and like we'll pay you like a lot more? And I immediately said yes. I was like, absolutely, God, get me out of this place. And he was like, is it that bad? I'm like, here, yes. Let me tell you. Because he only sees the contract that says like, yeah, your fees for like having our employee on your work site is this much. So like when I told him, yeah, I was making 21 an hour, he's like, what the fuck?
You should have told him like, well, let me tell you a story.
Oh no, believe me, I told him stuff a lot of times, and he was like, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit, why are you getting paid that little? What the fuck? Do you know? And he's like, do you want to come work for me full time at like be an official actual employee of our company? I'm like, yes, I do. And he was like, great. I'm gonna send you some paperwork. And like they basically acqui-hired me. And that boss was fantastic. My boss was great at my last job. And it was not his fault that I lost my job. It was the fault of basically management doing endless pivoting. Which is great. But that's startup culture, am I right? Everybody? So, what are you gonna do? You know, at some point it's just, you know, shit happens. Companies fail. It's not anyone's particular fault. It's just shit happens. Was I forget? I don't think so. I'm just trying to double check. But yeah, that boss was great. And then the funny thing is my current boss is one I met at like while working for the job before my current one. Like he was at like that workplace. At like one of the workplaces I was like effectively contracted to. And like he saw that I'd lost my job. He's like, hey, do you want to come work for me? I'm like, oh, sure. And then like I went through the interviews and that's how I have my current job. And he's a great boss. He's fantastic. Like he's super helpful, super responsive, helps me out with stuff. Is like, hey, you know, I'm like, hey, I don't know how to do this. He's like, all right, that's okay. You know, I don't expect you to know how to do this yet because you're new to this company or whatever. Here's how you do it. And he's super helpful and great. So like we all have bad stuff, but like it can always lead to better things. Like in terms of streaming, I guess look at Doki Bird. Holy fucking shit, she was treated like complete ass, and now she's like, she got more people going to her individual booth at what was it, the Anime Expo in LA, than all of Ninja Sanji. Which is like a big fuck you, because was she with Ninja Sanji or who was she with?
She was with Ninja.
Okay, yeah, that's not a surprise then. But yeah, like
honestly,
it's gotten a lot better for her. She's now one of the most popular like VTubers on the planet at the moment. Like she just collabs with everybody.
The thing is that she was always fairly popular even before that.
No, she was popular, but she was treated like complete ass.
Well, yes, that's why, despite being popular, well, I guess...
like, people don't know what's going on behind the scenes, and then it came out and everyone went, oh my god, what? That's not right. Because people like her, you know, and they're like, wait, why is she being mistreated? She didn't do anything wrong to you guys. You know, it's just like, shit usually leads to better things, you know? Oh my god, it landed on the caterpillar.
Well, anyway, that was a long ass.
Yeah, it was a long tangent, but like basically, if you're having a hard time right now, you can get through it. Don't worry about it. It will get better for you. Don't do anything dumb. Just take it easy and be like, all right, what can I do to like improve this effectively?
So say the man that can network.
Look, it's like if you're having trouble, ask people you know for help. It's always good to ask people for help.
That implies that I know how to network.
No, but I mean, like, ask, like, your family or your friends, or, like, say, if you have a friend who's got a job at somewhere, be like, hey, can I get a referral or something? Or, like, is your company hiring? Like, because you can do that. Like, it's not hard to do that. You just look at, like, the LinkedIn of people you worked with in the past and see what jobs they're at, and then look at that company and see if they're hiring in your field. And then, like, reach out to your former coworker or something and be like, hey, can I have a referral? Are you guys hiring? I saw your company's hiring. Can you help me out with a referral? And they'll be like, oh, sure. Because, like, if you get a referral, it's actually super helpful to, like when someone's already working there, it's actually super helpful because they're way more likely to look at your actual, a human will look at your resume instead of an AI resume bot, which is always a good thing because, holy shit, there's so many resume bots that just auto-reject people now. Like, finding a job nowadays sucks complete ass. But, like, yeah, having, like, references or stuff like that is helpful. Yeah, no, the third one always gives me trouble. Like, it's like a little too fast.
The fact that the ground also gets in the way does not help matters.
No, it's annoying.
Anyway, though, besides all that going on,
God damn it!
Here, let's see.
Oh, so chat, I have said that I might be getting a dog soon. I had a meetup with the current like people who have the dog today, and I think it went very well. The dog very much liked me and was super friendly. Like, he was very, very friendly. He was like, oh, hello, human, great. And, like, when he saw me, just, like, before I even, like, met him, he was just like, oh, human. Like, he came over to check me out and was, like, wanting constant pets. And, like, we met at, like, a park or whatever. Like, and it was super nice. And the dog was just always, like, chill. Like, he didn't bark or anything. He didn't do anything crazy. He was just like, hey, human, I like you. Like, he would sniff me or put his snout on my lap or whatever. Like, just stare at me. And then gave him some treats, and he was super responsive to commands of, like, sit or off or stuff like that, or, things like that. So it was super nice. So I think I might, hopefully it might work out.
You might see a dog here.
Yeah, you might see a dog cam added to the stream.
The dog may eat the green screen.
No, actually, I asked the owner, like, his current owner, like, hey, does he usually eat a lot of... I'm not going to say the dog's name, because I'm not going to dox the people. Because it wouldn't be hard to Google it. But basically, I asked hey, does he eat a lot of stuff? Like any because my childhood dog ate anything. We nicknamed her as a goat because she just was like, all right, I can eat that probably. Meanwhile, it's the goddamn TV. Meanwhile, it's the goddamn TV remote, and they're like, no, he doesn't really eat anything unless it's like food. If it's like a TV remote or something, he just won't give a shit. And I'm like, okay, that's good.
Hooray.
So, yeah. They're like, yeah, no, he's good. It's fine. You don't have to worry about it. So, maybe I'll be getting a dog in the next couple of weeks, chat. I just gotta get the medical... I gotta get them to send me the medical history of the dog so I can, find a good vet in my area. I gotta talk to my landlord about, hey, what are your policies with all this? How do I... is there an extra fee I gotta pay, or is there any kind of special stuff I need to get for you guys to, approve this? I already know that breed is approved, because I've seen other people with the breed here, so it's the breed is fine. I just have to tell them, yeah, it's this kind of dog and it's not a problem. I just have to figure out okay, what other policies are there besides if the maintenance guy comes by, I gotta put him in the crate or have him on a leash, which is standard policy for all dogs. Like, so I just gotta do all that.
Well, if it works, it works.
Yeah. And actually, I missed something.
Oh,
But yeah, so I'm gonna...
what the...
Yeah, the physics are, like, screwed up in that spot.
Gee, you don't say.
I don't know how that happened. It's weird. It's like because it's like too small of a little planetoid.
I mean, the flatness probably has something to do
It
with
is,
it.
yeah.
Anyway,
But yeah, so it
though,
worked. It worked. It seemingly works out. So in the next couple weeks, you might see a dog here. I just have to like talk to my landlord and get pet insurance and find a good vet in my area. So that shouldn't be too difficult. I just have to do that, and I'll be doing that over the next couple of like days to a week or two. But yeah, when I get a dog, chat, you'll know. I'll tell you, because you'll see the dog probably walk by, or I'll be holding him. Because apparently he's super cuddly. Like he was so friendly. Like, oh, actually, you know what I should do? Daniel, hold on, I'm gonna put a picture in Discord of him that I took today. Because I asked his current owner, like, hey, is it okay if I take a picture of him? And he's like, oh yeah. I'm not gonna show
isn't
you,
the
chat.
last piece in that,
It is. I need this thing. I need to break open the chest. You know, I'm not gonna show you, chat, just because I don't want to like.
Not yet.
Docs. I'll show you him when I'll show you the dog when he's actually here. Yeah. So here, let me. Here, up to this level, I'll share a picture, Daniel. Give me a sec to finish the level up.
Alright.
You know, the dog was super friendly today. Like,
Yeah,
meeting him at a park was
you
a
said
really good idea, actually. Because, like, we met halfway between where they live and where I live. Which was a good plan, too. So like, neither of us had to drive, like, a really long distance.
Oh, I remember seeing this one.
Oh, this level's...
Can't you, like... Isn't there a way to theoretically long jump all the way across?
I think so, yeah, in like a speed run. Yeah, but I'm not good enough.
Let's see. Other than that, the Steam sale's still going on.
Yeah, the Steam sale's still going on until effectively Tuesday.
Actually, did we talk about that? Because
oh, I think a little bit, but like we were like, oh yeah, we might get this. So yeah, we were talking about some of the games we might get, chat.
Well, actually, no. I think we were talking about it when we were trying to do Overdin, and therefore we needed to focus on Overdin because neither of us knew how to fucking play it.
Yeah, that game was confusing if you're new.
Yeah.
Yeah, we looked at a couple of the games that we are probably gonna get.
Well, I did. Matt, I just recommended a bunch of them to Matt.
Yeah.
But that said, we do have a couple of ideas for some stuff. One of them is a multiplayer. Well, actually, a couple of them are multiplayer games. One of them is definitely one that I would very much like to do. And there's probably a couple other single-player games. You'll probably see either myself
Eventually.
or Matt play them.
Yeah, you'll see
Probably
them on chat on stream eventually. Because the great thing, chat, is even if Daniel buys a game and I don't, if it's from pretty much any publisher outside of like effectively Activision or EA, the Steam shared library exists, which is nice. Like, that's one of the best features they've added to Steam. Also, apparently I saw they added a new function to Steam. Apparently now developers have to state, like, when... If they're making DLC, they have to state when it's going to be out by. And it's only within... And, like, if they have to change it, they're only allowed to change it within 3 months of, like, the original date. So, like, if they put, like, June 1st, 2025... And, like, it's obviously not going to be out by June. They have to put it out by September 1st. Or Valve will go and refund people the price for the DLC, since it's not out yet. So, like, if you buy a DLC pack for a game, and you're like, oh, it'll be out by June, and it gets delayed to, like, past September, you will get that automatically refunded.
That's interesting.
And that's a good policy, because like so many times games like, yeah, you're gonna get DLC eventually. And sometimes they just never get DLC. So now instead of them just keeping the money...
Eventually? You'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Shit, sorry, we ran out of money. But thanks for your money, buddy. But yeah, so Valve's gonna hold basically the money in escrow. Like how they do for pre-ordered games. Like, they're not gonna give the money to the dev immediately until that DLC is out. Which is a good thing. I like that. But like, even if they put like 2025 as the release date, that means they would only be able to change it to like March 2026. Like, if they just put a vague year. Obviously, for like bigger publishers, it'll probably be slightly different. So I'm not exactly sure. But at least as far as Valve is concerned, like for pretty much any game, if it's not out within 3 months of them saying it, people will automatically get it, the cost refunded, which is nice. I mean, Dan, have you ever bought DLC and then just gotten like basically fucked out of it?
I don't think I have, because the thing about me and buying shit is that I am very particular about what I buy for games, especially on Steam, where stuff can be released early. So, like, the only thing I think I've ever pre-ordered was Armored Core 6, and
that was
while I do get
dev anyway.
Yeah, while I do sometimes get some early access games like Ender Magnolia or Prehistoric Kingdom, none of them really have DLC. I'm very leery about buying DLCs for things in general, and especially so if like the DLC is something that I don't think I need for the base game experience.
Right.
So, like, I have plenty of games that have DLC. For example, Power Wash Simulator, but I just won't buy it because I'm like, well, I don't... Do I really... Or if I need the DLC to enjoy the game, do I really want the game in general? But, yeah, so I don't actually think I've bought a DLC that I haven't used before. Though, frankly, I'm actually struggling to remember if I bought DLC for anything in general. Actually, that's a good question. Let me check. Let's see. No.
Oh.
Okay, technically speaking, I bought DLC for Fighters, I guess.
Okay.
But...
And Smash.
Well... That... I thought we were just more talking about Steam games.
Oh, well, yeah.
So I wasn't
True.
bringing that up.
Sorry.
If we're talking about DLC in other games, then yes, I bought DLC in other games. God knows I bought way too much DLC for Final Fantasy 13 too, when that was out on Xbox. Let's see. No.
Bastards, get out of my way.
No. No, yes, I did buy DLC for Jurassic World Evolution. That one was technically finished, but if anybody here has played Evolution and Evolution 2, you know their DLCs are kind of shitty.
So you bought like an actually good one?
No.
Oh.
Well, I mean, it was completed, but that's about the bare minimum we'll give it.
That's what I expect for games at this point.
I mean, the thing is that the Jurassic World Evolution games are just not particularly good in general, I feel. Like, well, the DLCs especially are just, hey, you want 5-ish dinosaurs that we could have added in as free things?
Oh, so it's stuff like that could have been part of the game, but they just were like, oh, we can make more money this way.
Yes. Meanwhile, Prehistoric Kingdom is like, hey, you know these new animals we're adding into the game? You can get those free.
It's called a software update. Check it out.
Yeah.
You know,
that's why I like Prehistoric Kingdom more than Jurassic World Evolution. But, anyway.
I feel you on that. Yeah, that's why I'm glad, like, for my sake of, like, Call of Duty, like, yeah, there's the store, but, like, other than, like, the Battle Pass, I don't give a shit about the store. Like, I don't need to buy these dumb-looking skins. I just want to look like fucking Bryce. Like, I don't need to look fancy or anything. I just want to look like Captain Price, because I think Captain Price is cool. Because he's a good character. He's not just, hey, we made a Shark Man. Which is the current skin, by the way. They made a new skin.
Oh, I thought you were just referring to that one dude from Suicide Squad.
No, they made a skin that's literally a dude in basically a shark costume. That's a real thing you can buy in COD for $30.
Nice. Okay, yeah, so I don't think I've really bought DLC outside of Dragon Ball FighterZ and Jurassic World Evolution. Though, have I ever told you the story of Neptunia DLC before?
Oh yeah, I think so, but feel free to repeat it for chat.
Okay. So, for those of you that aren't aware, there's a series of games known as Hyperdimension Network, well, I guess Neptunia is the series, with Hyperdimension, Neptunia 1, 2, and 3. Well, I guess they're 1, 2, and 3 Rebirth now on Steam. And Mega Dimension, Neptunia, as well as a couple of spin-offs. Now, the games themselves are pretty straightforward in their content, right? Like, nothing really impressive there. But which one was it? I'm sure you're fine. See, you're fine. It was either Neptunia.
Got it.
One of the Rebirths, because I'm looking at Mega Dimension and it's only had 12 DLCs. No, am I remembering it from Xbox? Because there was definitely one of these where there's like 20 DLCs, including a DLC to just level up your characters in case you couldn't be bothered for it.
It sounds like Ubisoft's garbage.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Where they have like, what is it called in Ubisoft games? It's I'm trying to remember. Like, it's such dumpster fire garbage.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to defend the DLC there. There's just a lot of dumb decision making going on into DLC. Like, there's a bunch of costumes that you can spend money for. There's a bunch of unlockable weapons that you may or may not be able to get in base game that you can spend money for.
Oh, time
it's just
savers. Like, they're literally called time savers.
That might have been it.
That's what it's called for Ubisoft. I just googled.
Yeah, I think
in a single-player game, fuck off with that.
Well, I mean, it could be worse. You could be doing a driving sim DLC. Now, I actually told you the Legends of the Driving Sim DLCs.
Oh, I've heard it's horrible in driving sims.
Well, I mean, let me put it in perspective, right? Euro Truck Simulator has 94
Oh, yeah,
DLCs.
those ones. Yeah, the truck and the train simulators with, like, all of the DLC.
Yeah, no, this is actually... How much money is this on sale? It is $155.
How much is it off sale?
According to this, you're... How much is this actually? I could not even begin to tell you. Probably... Actually, hold on. Most of these are about 50% off, so...
Or click add all to cart and look at, like, the discount thing in the cart. Does that work?
No.
Okay.
I'm removing all of those because I don't want to.
You don't
Just the
accidentally
Guardians
purchase
of
like $1,000 of DLC, please.
Look, I would have spent more money buying Euro Truck Simulator DLC than I spent on all the games I bought in this last game.
Yeah, my Steam library is huge.
Your Steam library is huge, but you don't buy most of your games. You just
No, I get them in Humble
come into
Bundles.
existence.
Humble Monthly is great, chat. Buy it if you like buying games you don't play.
If you're a hoarder, get Humble Monthly.
Exactly. I did get some good stuff though. I got like Crash, the Crash remake.
Okay, here we go. Train Simulator 2024.
I'll take that.
I want you to take a wild guess at how many DLCs it has.
1,500?
Lower than that.
Okay, 950.
Lower.
700?
Higher.
800.
Lower.
780?
Lower. It is 761.
Damn.
Or 761.
That's a lot
DLC.
of DLC.
Wait, hold on. Okay. Some of this DLC is discounted at like $13. What the fuck?
That's not a discount.
I see a $20 discounted DLC thing.
Wait, so the DLC is $20?
Yes,
Off?
for one DLC. And it's just the train.
Bruh.
Oh wait, no, it might be a route. Sorry.
That is so much money.
I can't even check how much money this costs because I can't load all the DLC on the one fucking page.
It's not loading in your browser.
No.
Just Google like how much it is, and like it should pop up on Google like how much all the DLC is. And instead of using Steam, like use your web browser. It'll probably load. Because God knows Steam's like internal web browser is complete trash.
Let's see. How much does it cost to buy all the DLCs?
Okay, that was much cleaner this time.
It was getting on at 9,000 euros for nearly all 600 DLC.
9,000 euros?
For stuff that was included upwards of, or up until 4 years ago.
So it's probably more like 11 to 12,000 now.
Yes, but that's in euros.
Alexa, what's 12,000 euros to dollars? Jesus Christ.
You know how many actual games?
You know how many actual games you can get with that money? Actually, chat, you know what else you can get with that money? You can get a really, really nice used car. Like, you can get like a, like, Daniel, can you go to CarMax, like on Google? Go look up how much go find a $13,000 car, please. What can you get for $13,000 from CarMax? In like, just type in San Francisco zip code. That's good enough. But like, how much? What kind of car can you get for $12,000 from CarMax?
Let's see.
Because you can get something real nice for that. It's not gonna be an amazing car. It'll probably have a decent amount of mileage on it, but it's gonna be a really nice car.
For about $14,000, if I'm reading this right, you can get a 2013 Prius.
Yeah, and that's not bad. Like, that's a really recent car. Like, it's only... I mean, how many miles are on it, though? That's the big kicker.
Oh.
Daniel, it should say how many miles are on it in the description. Because, like, here's the thing. You can have a 2013 car, but it could have, like, potentially no miles on it. Like, my parents bought,
it is
a couple
over
years ago.
90 miles, I guess. Or 90k.
Okay, that's actually a decent amount of miles. So, yeah, but, like, even then... That's a car from only, like, 10 years ago. That's not that old. Like, that car is gonna probably have Bluetooth in it. It might not have like a GPS or CarPlay, but you can get that in there. Look for lower mileage around that price. Like
There was another one that was about the same miles, but like 10,000, 11,000.
What year was that one?
2014.
Yeah, so it's like a year newer and has like 10,000 less miles or something.
I don't know, something like that.
You find it, please, because I'm curious.
No.
Okay. But yeah, chat, like, you can get, like, a 2013, 2014, like, car with that money. Like, you can get a real, physical, drivable car. Sure, it's got, like, a crap load of miles on it, but it's still a fucking car. Like, that's really good. You know? Like,
or, you know what?
Or you can get a bunch of fake trains. Holy shit, that's insane. You can spend the price of a used car on train DLC. Jesus. I can't imagine spending that kind of money on a fucking video game. Unless you're like rich or a streamer.
Or an idiot.
Or an idiot. Like that guy who spent 70,000 on Fate.
Oh yeah.
That guy, he needs help. Actually,
yeah, Gacha does create gamblers.
Yeah, this is why I encourage anyone who's got a gambling problem, don't play gacha games.
Or if you do have a gambling problem, you learn how to be free to play and force yourself to be free to play.
Yeah, just like don't ever enter your credit card into the machine.
But honestly, like, though, I don't really...
That's insane.
Like, here's the thing, though. I can understand, to an extent, trying to pay to get every character, right?
Right.
Well, you know, within bounds, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't really know why you'd want to, what's the word? Like, go that hard on, I guess,
a game?
Getting everything as high value as you can get it. Because there's a point where being too powerful takes away from the experience of the game, too.
Right. Okay, here we go. I went and wanted to... Oh god, Daredevil. Okay, so I went and looked at CarMax myself as well. You can get a... Okay, so it's got a shitload of miles on it. Like, a lot of miles. But you can get a 2018 Hyundai Elantra SE with 129,000 miles for $11,599. That's a 2018 model car. That thing's got GPS, it's got a backup camera, it's definitely got CarPlay in it. Like, that's a nice car. It has been driven into the ground and is probably a former Uber, honestly. Like, that car, if a car has that many miles on it and it's that young, that car was probably used as an Uber. Like, because, like, think how many miles Uber drivers drive, and, like, you know, they want... Uber has a thing where they don't want cars to be older than a certain year. So, like, that 2018 car probably was bought, like, you know, in 2018, 2019, and then they probably got rid of it, like, earlier this year. So, like, that car has so many fucking miles on it, that is insane. Also, after this, I'll look at another one, because I found other cars. So give me a sec to look at this. Alright, I'm looking at cars based out of San Francisco, chat. I changed my zip code specifically to SF, because it's just easier. You know, it'll give me actually more variety of them anyway. Nope.
Push. Here it comes. How do you even get on talking about cars?
We were talking about how we'll spend too much money on shit.
Right, money.
Here we go. You can get... Okay, chat, here's a good one. Oh, wow. Okay, well, that's 21,000. That's too much. But, like, here. You can get a used 2014 BMW X1 X Drive 28 for $15,000 to 68,000 miles on it. That's a BMW, chat. It's a nice car. BMWs are nice. You can get that instead of spending money on a fucking train simulator game. You can get a used BMW. Like, it's a 10-year-old car with, like, 68,000 miles on it. But, like, it's still a fucking BMW.
Matt is very enthused about the BMW.
I mean, BMWs are nice cars, man. They're premium cars. Good cars. In terms of, like, style. I have no use for BMW. I bought it. Actually, Dan, can you look and see what the cheapest fucking Tesla is on that website?
No.
Okay, I'll do that then. Let me just kill this bastard. Got him! Alright, let's see. What is the cheapest?
I like how it took
like
you fewer tries to do the...
I know, it took me fewer tries to do that than anything else. It's so stupid. Let's see. Watch if I just run into the spike down here and kill myself.
I mean, you could.
I don't feel like it. Okay, where is there like make? Ah, here we go, make. Alright, let's see. Tesla. And then I want to sort by price. How do we sort by price in this game? Ah, filter and sort. Here we go. Do lowest price. What is the lowest price Tesla you can get? Okay. Yeah, that's a lot, but that's still not too bad. You can get a used 2018 Tesla model mid-range with 76,000 miles on it for $22,998. So, like, if you save an extra year's worth of buying stuff, like, you could get a used Tesla for under $25,000. That's not bad. And if you're buying a used one, you're not giving any additional money to Elon anyway, unless you pay for the online, which you should. So they're going to give Elon effectively $100 a year instead of $50K. Like, a used Tesla's pretty good, even a 2018. So it's not going to have the latest FSD hardware. But do you really want FSD? Do you really want that absolute trash? No, you don't. No, you don't. As someone who's used it, it's bad. It's like okay to bad. It is. They're so far behind Waymo. Waymo's so much better. I wonder Tesla's level 2 and Waymo's level 4 of self-driving. It's hilarious. Oh, you.
I'm sure it's fine. What's the worst that can happen?
Bomb chicken.
But yeah, back to the whole Steam game stuff. We got a couple of ideas. We'll probably see some of them in the future. At least hopefully in the future.
Yes.
And assuming Greg actually shows up today, we'll probably discuss which ones to get within the day or so.
Oh, nice. I should up that.
So, actually, here's a question. Outside of what I showed you earlier, do you have anything that you were gonna actively look for?
I think I might actually finally break down and buy God of War for PC so we can go through it. Because like I actually want to play through that game again, and it's like actually good. That's Sony's like exclusive game, the 2018 one. Not Ragnarok. That one's too new. I haven't played it yet, but I'm gonna go through the 2018 one first.
Wait, I forget. Was Ragnarok free DLC?
No, Ragnarok's a separate game.
So was there free DLC for Ragnarok?
There was no DLC for any of the God of War games.
Oh.
They're done. I think it's like cosmetic stuff, but there's no DLC.
Oh, because I remember there was some...
There might have been DLC during the PS3 era of the games, but like the PS4 one I don't believe has any DLC. Oh, hey, look at that.
Nice. You did it. Now I need to wait for it to come back down.
No, I don't.
You're up.
Why did it put me on that?
Sure, well, it's not like you're right next to the spike.
I was.
Well, you're right next to it as in you're going to die if you touch it. You're far enough away that you can move. TM. Yeah, though. Anything else?
I don't think so. There's really not much I'm interested in, just because, like, there's just not much I want to buy lately. You know, I'm pretty content with my library at this point. Like, I don't really need that much.
Outside of anything that I've...
Yeah, I mean, like, if you look at, like, I also have, like, there's also some games I was interested in, and, like, I own them on the Epic Store as well. Because they gave them away for free. And I'm like, I already own this, I don't need to pay for it again. I don't need to pay for it. I already own it, technically. At least I own the license to it. Like, there's just not a point, really, in some of this stuff. I could buy it again, but, like, why?
Well then, we shall discuss between the ones that we were looking at.
Yeah.
Anyway, tower! I seem to recall doing this tower. This tower sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's not fun. I think there's also a speedy timer one of it.
Oh, that sounds great. I hear you have to do it upside down, too. It's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Like, it's not overly bad, but you could definitely do better than this.
And now, welcome to Nintendo 2007.
Yes.
And the problem is sometimes you move too fast, like, for the stage. That's what's really annoying to me. In fact, I can move faster than what the stage is, like, technically allowing me to, but it won't let me actually move. Because the environment's not low enough.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta love forced progression.
Yeah.
I forget, is it possible to miss the star?
No.
Because all the sand rises
No, because the
up?
sand stops.
Ooh. Imagine if the sand kept going and you
I
could
kind of
die.
wish it did. I always kind of wish it did, because that'd be more of a challenge. Like, once you get up there, you can actually just sit there as long as you want. Oh! So I'm actually looking at the Epic Game Store right now. Dude, there's actually some good stuff coming. Holy crap.
Oh.
Here, I'll tell you in a sec. On first, I'm claiming this week's free game. Chat, this is the only time I open the Epic Game Store is to look for free stuff. Like, no cap. I'm legit, like...
Why did you
Just
say
claiming for
no
free games.
cap? What? In what world are you living in that you needed to say no cap for that?
Because I wanted to. But, so next week, actually, the funny thing is, so there's 2 games coming next week. The first one is apparently Bus Simulator 21 Next Stop. So if we want, we can play a bus simulator game.
I already have Euro Truck Simulator. We can do that one.
We could do either. And then next week is also Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. So it's all the Lego.
Oh,
it's the
God.
new one. So we can go through Lego games. That'd be fun. Oh,
Here's the
this-
thing about Lego Star Wars games, as somebody that's played Lego Star Wars games for a long time, there's really not much you get out of playing a Lego game aside from occasionally dumb humor.
Yeah.
Like, if you played one Lego game, you've played them all.
To be fair, I
effectively.
played none of them.
Ooh.
We just didn't buy it back in the day. Like, we just didn't play them. I know they were prime, especially back then, but like we just never played it. We just never played it.
Well,
So that would be a good thing to get for free. I'll gladly accept that for free.
if you want to do it, we can look into it, I guess.
It'd be something to
I
do in
just think-
between games.
The thing is that
I know
If
it's a
we're
longer
prob-
game, but still. Like I'm saying, we could do like episode like one episode. Like we can do different episodes and then take a break. You know?
No, well, I mean, yes, we could do that, but I mean more so that those games run long.
Yeah, I know. And it's all 9 too, so that's the fun part also.
Yes, and it's also got additional pathfinding as opposed to the other games too, wherein most of those just had a hub world that you would just be like, yeah, okay, I'm in the hub. I'm gonna go to this.
I think this one does have a hub world, actually.
It doesn't. It's
from
what I remember seeing it. Well, it does have a hub world, but then each individual world also has traversal.
Okay.
So no universal HUD. Nope.
You don't get to hang out like Mos Eisley like the old games.
Nope. You have to go to each individual place, which I mean is good. Don't let me say otherwise, but you do not get to just be like, yeah, I just want to enter level 2. You actually have to do shit to get to level 2.
Okay.
Which is not the best thing.
No, it's also a Lego game. It shouldn't be complicated.
Yeah, well, you know what they say.
Modern game design.
Always gotta innovate.
Even when it's not needed. What?
Well, at least you didn't go in the sand.
True.
Yeah, let's see. Anything else from the...
I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I saw Persona 5 Scramble, the Muso one is like $15.
Oh, God.
So apparently that's like a pretty good deal. I've heard it's actually like pretty good, like in terms of Muso combat. I've heard the story's like alright. Like it's just basically if Persona 5 had like post school year DLC, it'd be that. But like the Muso combat apparently is like actually pretty solid. Like it's like how it's kind of like it's literally just like Hyrule Warriors basically, but Persona instead of Zelda.
I see. Well, it certainly does sound interesting.
It's got god tier music, as all Persona games do.
I mean, is that really a
like some of the remixes for like the main game are like really really good. I forgot how long it takes to go to the bedroom. The bedroom is like a long one. There's so many worlds in this one. They packed so much stuff into this spot.
I mean, it also looks like that particular world has a bunch of additional parts to it.
Yeah, they give you like all 6, basically.
Well, no, I mean, I also mean that there's like nearly each one of them has an extra star or 2 from the what do you call them? The
like there's secret levels.
Yeah, the secret levels or the common levels.
Yeah.
And each one has 1. Some of them have 2, I think. Or like a bonus green star. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. I feel like Nintendo really wanted to show these ones off.
Well, I mean, they are good levels.
Oh yeah, they're good.
We couldn't have spaced these out any. We couldn't have spaced this out any better than this.
Yeah, it's why I'm jumping back and forth between the different worlds, just because like it keeps it interesting. Not just stare at like an ice environment for a while. It's like nice to take a break for a minute and go to like a desert world. Okay, I do love this game. It is my favorite game of all time, but like some of the pacing is like awkward.
Well, there's always got to be a fault somewhere. There's no such thing as a perfect game.
No. This game is like a 10 out of 10 for me though, holy shit.
You know, that's an interesting point to say about
like personally for me.
Or like masterpieces or whatever, however you want to say, like the highest rating you can give something. No. So
no, I meant in terms of the. I was complaining about the game, not you.
But yeah, so like, what is it that, like, when we talk about something being a masterpiece, why is it that, or I mean, I don't really want to say why is it that, because there's an obvious reason why that is, but we end up with a situation wherein most people accept that something that is a masterpiece still has a flaw or whatever.
Yeah.
But we still have the situation of, hey, we like it so much that we kind of ignore that it has that flaw, I guess, ultimately.
Yeah,
but,
like... Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Well, no, I'm not really talking about any particular thing.
Oh, I was offering an example.
Well, yeah. But the idea here is that we, as a society, kind of accepts that, I guess, things that we rate do not equal an absolutely perfect thing. But then would that not mean that a perfect, or like a theoretically perfect media or whatever would effectively be higher than a 10? Because wouldn't call it a 10 at that point, because it's the best thing that ever existed. Because it matches perfectly with whatever we're trying to match it with. But would you call it higher than that then? Even if
a good question.
Theoretically, it should be the
Oh well.
Also, in case I'm not making a whole lot of sense, I am kind of tired today and not feeling particularly great, so I've just kind of been rambling a bit.
No, rambling's good.
But yeah, like, the whole thing is more or less, what is it that makes something a 10 out of 10 versus what we, or the definition of a 10 out of 10 should be, that being something that is actually a masterpiece, has no room for, I guess, improvement or whatever. But clearly things don't exist like that. But then what would you rate something that is like that, if such a thing did exist? It's an interesting conundrum to...
Yeah. Death.
Alright. That was a little close, don't you think?
It was, yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess another thing that we didn't mention, happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yes, I hope everyone had an excellent Thanksgiving. If you don't have Thanksgiving where you live, I hope you just had a good week so far.
I also hope that whoever you are, you had a good Black Friday, you didn't get robbed or mugged,
and
you were courteous to the people working at the register.
If you actually bothered to go into a retail store instead of just going online like everyone does at this point, I hope you were nice to the employees and patient with the fact that they were going, oh dear God, panic, panic, panic. But actually what I saw online is apparently there's just not a lot of, there were like a bunch of videos I saw of malls just having effectively just slightly not higher than normal foot traffic. Like, it was apparently not that busy.
Yeah, I mean, online shopping really did destroy a lot of, what would you call it? A lot of people's interest in traveling around.
Yeah.
I don't know. Personally, I think that that's not really healthy.
No, I miss, honestly, like, because, like, the other excuse, the problem is, like, with, like, stuff nowadays, all the good deals just get killed by bots and scalpers. Like, if you see an actually good deal, it's probably crap or already bought out. Like, for example, like, apparently, like, something retail as well also started doing in the last, like, 20 years since online shopping became a thing is they'll have like a Black Friday quote-unquote deal but like it's a special TV made only for Black Friday, and it's usually pretty crap.
Really?
Like apparently that's a thing now in the last couple years, especially like it started like right before COVID, but it's especially more of a problem now of just, hey, we can't get rid of this stupid TV. All right, we'll just call it a different thing and just sell it.
Actually, you mentioning that reminds me of a thing that I remember hearing about at some point. So like the idea of a sale that doesn't actually decrease the value of the thing that you're selling. So like when you look at a sale for most things, you'll see a price tag and be like, hey, this price tag is actually lower than the thing that it used to be, or
Yeah.
right? But I don't remember what it was exactly, but I had seen a meme, I think, of somebody looking at a price tag that was like $600 something
Right.
on
Black Friday.
on normal. No, on normal,
Oh, okay.
right? So not depriced. And then it went on sale, and they increased the price artificially before,
This.
and then said, yeah, it's discounted to $600 some odd dollars.
Nice.
And I guess it's like some kind of mental thing for people where it's like, or where you look at something and you associate a different logic to it than you normally would. And in this case, the logic is that, hey, a sale means that the value of the object is lower than it normally is, whether or not that's actually true.
Right. That's
So
why
there's
stores do
something-
like coupons. They're like, yeah, with a coupon it's a lot cheaper. And it's like, well,
Is
Is
it
it though?
really? No, but
Yeah.
we want you to think it is. That's
Yeah.
the important part of the sentence.
yeah. That's why I'm glad sites like Camel exist. Where like the whole point of the site is just to tell you like you can view historical price discounts on like Amazon stuff. And what's funny is there was something I'm like, oh hey, maybe I'll buy this. I looked at the pricing history on Amazon, and it was actually cheaper 2 weeks ago.
Nice.
That's not a joke, unfortunately. Like it literally was cheaper 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's exactly what I mentioned. The whole...
Like that's a good thing is there's tools for that now to tell you if you're getting ripped off. It's like, oh hey, I want to buy this. Like it was like a thing that was like usually 600, and it's usually like it was discounted like 389. I'm like, okay, is this a big deal? 2 weeks ago it was 285. And I'm like, yeah, it's not a
telling you,
sale.
it-
And then I looked
it's
at
like-
and then that was the past 30 days. I then set it to the past 120. And the price they're like, oh, Black Friday deals. Actually, the price that product's effectively been sitting at for 6 months.
I'm telling you.
And I'm just like,
It's
this
the
is not a
theory
discount.
It's the theory of the sale that people want to buy, not
Yeah.
not an actually lower price. Which is
Yeah.
why you gotta look for that shit.
Yeah, like I'm like potentially interested in a Go XLR, even though that company's gone, because I can help with like more streaming and audio control. But like, the problem is like the they're like, oh, it's under your price you've been wishing for, and I look at the price, I'm like, it's been that price for fucking 6 months. It's not a discount. That price has been unchanged in the last 6 months. Like it's like, come on, it's not discounted. That's the same fucking price it always is.
Hmm.
Like, thanks, buddy, but like that's the same price. That's why I like Camel. It helps you from getting ripped off. Cause like I helped family friend wanted to buy like air tags for their stuff. And I'm like, oh hey, it's discounted on Amazon. Let's check it out. And then I'm like, let me check the pricing history. And I'm like, oh okay, it's actually been this price for like months at this discount, so it's probably not gonna get any cheaper. You know what the price it was on Black Friday? The same it was when I helped them buy the item 2 weeks ago.
Nice.
So I'm like, yeah, I did. There we go. Didn't fuck that person over. Like, the only thing that's worth it to buy on Black Friday, honestly, at this point, is, like, TVs. Even then, you still have to double-check if you're getting ripped off or not. But there are actually, like, some good TV deals this year. Like, I think I saw there was, like, a 55-inch 4K TV for, like, $250, and it was, like, actually from a reputable brand. It ran good software, the reviews for it were pretty good. Like, it actually was a TV that was, like, worth it. And I'm like, holy shit, if I can get a 55-inch 4K TV for less than $250 is insane. Because those TVs, like, a really high-quality TV used to be really expensive. Like, that TV would set you back thousands and thousands of dollars back in the day. Now it's $200. That's amazing, honestly, to me.
It is pretty nice.
Yeah. I like that technology gets cheaper over time, typically.
Well, I mean, it has to. Because...
Also, I saw retailers being like, hey, you should probably buy these certain items right now before January. And I'm like, why? Oh. Right, tariffs. So a bunch of them are like, yeah, buy, you should buy it now. Like, yeah, it might not be the most discount, but come January, we are raising... If this shit goes through, we are raising our prices.
Yeah,
So that's fun. So if you wanted a fucked economy, congratulations, you're getting a even more fucked economy.
Hooray! We're reaching new lows the world has never seen before.
Like, here's the thing. I saw a thing that was like, hey, you're gonna... They wanted... I think I saw President-elect wants to set 100% tariff on stuff coming from China. Here's the thing. Companies want to keep that same product margin, so even though there may be a tariff of like $100, that's still less of a product margin, so that product might actually increase by like $250, for example.
Well, surely that
Holy
doesn't
shit.
affect us.
Yeah. So that's not fun. So, the Switch 2 might actually be $500 because of the tariff. Fuck. That's annoying.
Well, you know, they say you can wait.
Yeah.
Besides, I think you got other purchases to worry about before that.
Oh yeah, no, I'm good on that for the most part for now. I'll wait a bit. Though I actually found out my credit card actually, with certain purchases, they'll actually let me pay it off. Some select purchases off over like 6 months with no interest. Like, I can only use it a few times a year, but I'm like, okay, well, for the Switch 2, that'll be handy. I'll do that. Because it's something I know I can pay off, I just don't want to spend like $400 or $500 at the same time. But like, it's no interest. And I'm like, oh great, cool. I just have to pay you off on time. They're like, yep. I'm like, awesome. Like, I called the bank to check. I didn't just Google it. Like, I actually called my bank. And like, no, you're good. Hey Bowser, long time no see. I just went through a whole like 20-something stars.
Bowser's like, yes, I know. I've been waiting for you to arrive here for the last 30 stars. You've been ready to fight me. Where the fuck have you been, Mario? Oh great, now Bowser has a quick spin attack.
Yes.
And there he goes! Whee! I do like how Bowser just spins forever when he's...
Until he runs out of momentum, yeah.
Actually, that raises another question. Why the heck is Bowser's shell spikes retractable?
I don't know. Ask Bowser. Just tweet at him, he'll probably respond.
I just reply or send a message to Doug Bowser. Why does
exactly!
Bowser...
Why did your spikes do this, man?
And Doug Bowser's like, what the fuck are you talking?
No, Doug Bowser's like, ah, you see. And then he's like, the reason is, and it's just ... Like, he doesn't give a real response, but he plays in cheeky. Like, he's just cheeky with it.
That would be something.
I like Doug Bowser. Like, he seems to be a decent leader of Nintendo. Which is hilarious. I love that they gave it to a guy named literally Bowser. I love that. That joke, like, they had to consider that the joke writes itself.
Oh.
I just love that there's a human with the actual IRL last name Bowser. How old is that guy? How old is Doug Bowser? I don't give a Doug Bowser. He's 59. So yeah, he's older than, like, the character by a lot. Like, by at least, like, almost 20 years. So, like, that's fun. Clearly, it was not influenced by anything related to Nintendo.
I do also like how in this cutscene, Bowser's like, yeah, I know that you're a pain in the ass, but you're my pain in the ass.
Exactly. Yeah, I like that Bowser accepts. He's like, yeah, you're my rival, so sure, why not? I love that the Luigi version too. He's like, well, you know, Luigi, maybe you can become my new nemesis. Like, the dialogue he has with Luigi is great because he's just really confused on why Luigi's there instead of Mario. Like, they actually did bother to write different lines. They didn't just make him.
He's like, Luigi, what the fuck?
Effective,
Dude, you're
yeah.
not supposed to be here.
Like, he's like, well, Luigi. Here, let me find it while we are in the cutscene. Let's see. Bowser lines for Luigi. Mario Galaxy. Okay. I'll
Mario
find
proceeds to look oddly at the camera. And everybody else is really concerned because they're like, Mario, what the fuck are you looking at over there?
He's like, space. The final frontier.
He starts monologuing, you know.
He just gets Captain Kirk. You just get Charles Martinet to monologue.
Wait, we only need one more star?
You technically only need 60. We're actually good.
So... Huh.
Like, we actually straight could go beat the final game. Watch.
We can go back
Zero.
to the cosmos again. Oh, I see.
Wait.
No, we got things to do and places to be.
We have more levels to beat.
Peach can wait, she'll be fine.
Also, I'm gonna save the book, the library, for later, chat.
We'll wait until Greg is here.
Yeah. I want Greg to be
Well, I will
depressed too. It's
also-
only fair.
I'll also note, I'm feeling kinda tired now. You don't need to stop the stream for my bed.
I think we'll do a bit shorter than usual. We'll only go for like half an hour today. How about that? Another half hour. That'll take us to 2 hours. Does that sound alright? Or how do I get to
You
that?
do you, honestly.
How do I get to that place again? Oh yeah, right, here it is. Well, that's not what I exactly want, but here, this is good. Oh right, I need to go hit up the...
We're doing the red.
I think so, yeah. I need to talk to him.
Red man, show us your red thing.
Okay.
Okay, I guess we can't do that.
No,
one
I'm
yet.
trying to, like, where's the... I need to look at the map again.
We have a map?
Alright, that's 70 hours. Okay. Not yet.
I'll
take this thing. Let's see.
Yeah,
what else
speaking of
happened
that,
to
isn't Progress Not Rising coming out in like winter?
Is it? When's it supposed to... Did they update the release date? I know they said 25, but...
No.
Double check that, because I'm curious if they've updated the release date since that last trailer you showed me. Like last week.
That I showed that to you at least a couple months ago. You
No, they
talked
made a new
about
one,
last-
didn't they?
Yeah, that was a couple months ago.
Oh, I thought there was
Or at
like
least
another
a
one you
month
showed me
ago.
recently.
Yes, I showed you that recently, and that was that was a month ago.
Oh. By the way, chat, it's December in like an hour and a half.
Welcome to December. The year's still not over, and shit keeps happening.
Yep. By the way, chat,
Everything
I fucking hate
sucks.
winter. Winter sucks, chat. It's my least favorite season of the year. I don't like it at all.
You know
Like,
what
I
we
hate that
should
it gets
do? We
dark
should
at like
burn
fucking
down winter.
4:30.
We
Like,
need to
it's
burn
so
it down.
bad. Yeah, like, it's just annoying. I just don't like the fact that it gets dark so early. Like, it's horrible. Because by the time I'm done with work, I'm like, oh, it's dark out. Well, I can't do anything right now. Now I'm stuck. It's dark out. It gets so annoying. It's the worst.
Also, the release date has not been updated.
Okay.
That was a thing that certainly happened.
Don't kill me. What
It's already been a year since the original trailer? Jesus Christ.
Wait, really?
Apparently.
Holy crap.
Like, I thought it was only like 6 months or something, but no, that was literally last year, I guess.
Insane.
This year has simultaneously been way too fast and way too fucking long.
I'm gonna have fun doing my taxes.
Things need to stop happening, please.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, well, the problem is we just elected a guy who's gonna make the news more happen now. So that's fun. Did you like quiet, senile old man? Now you have loud, annoying, senile old man.
Great. Sure do we live in a society.
Fuck this country. I love that I can
Actually,
say
here's
that.
a question. Would you rather live in a country that is mostly peaceful but has a shitty leader, or would you live
Like
in a
Japan.
world... What?
Because Japan's like leadership is a mess. That's quiet.
Sure.
Me.
Or would you rather live in a world where the leadership is either fine or non-existent? Well, not necessarily non-existent, but non-existent in that it doesn't really influence the lives of people.
Not just.
But...
yeah.
You let me finish the goddamn sentence.
Okay, sorry.
But is in a state where, like, there is general or fairly high amounts of conflict for the area. So, like a fantasy or like a game world. So, say the Mario universe or something.
Right. Ah! Oh. I'd probably just like to live somewhere.
So, like this place? Or
Not this place. This place is not quiet.
I meant the place or like the world we currently live in.
Yeah, as long as just too much shit doesn't keep happening.
Alright,
Damn
I shall call off the truck for now.
truck.
If you're not interested in being trucked.
No, I don't want to be trucked today. I'm good. You know what's the good thing is I have a low chance of being trucked because I don't go outside very much.
That's what they all say, and then this truck starts flying through the windows.
It flies into my window. It just breaks physics. You just have a fucking Gmod physics gun and just blast it into my house from the street.
I mean, have we guaranteed that that's not going to
Black
happen?
Mesa. Oh yeah, we should go through the Half-Life games. I forgot about that. I promised we'd go through those eventually. Because apparently they're like
Add it to
good.
the list.
I already did. Alright, that level is now just
Probably
complete.
add my stuff to the list.
It's playtime. Well, let's go here. I like this galaxy. This galaxy's fun. This is
I
really-
can't tell if it's built on a cake or built on something else.
It's cake and ice cream.
That sounds like a terrible place to put your toys.
Your package was delayed. That's fine. I'm good with the package being delayed.
Kids, let it be known, if you put your toys into a cake, do not eat the cake.
That is true.
Your toys do not become food. Also, is this the part where Ant-Man and Yellow Jackets are fighting?
Yes. For context, chat, we watched Ant-Man last night. And Daniel actually liked it. He gave it a 7 out of 10.
It was not atrocious.
He did not like Luis, though, which, understandable. I think Luis is right, but he does overdo it. Also, it sucks that Michael Pena is a fucking Scientologist. God damn it.
Who?
That actor is a Scientologist.
Well, alright then.
Well, now you have a legitimate reason to hate him.
I mean, this would imply that I liked him in the first place.
I know, but now you have a legitimate non-script reason.
Well, if it works, it works, I guess. I do like how the music here is kind of like...
It's a remix of the original.
Yeah.
Oh no, the Toy Time Galaxy music is good. It's fun. Actually, the funny thing is they used it a lot in their like Japanese commercials for some reason.
I mean, it is just the basic
Mario theme.
If anything, I'd be more surprised that they didn't use it elsewhere.
Oh, the Japanese heads are like surprisingly tame, by the way.
Oh, what do you mean?
Like they're not like ridiculously over the top nonsense like Japan usually likes to go for.
So they're not a Sega or Sega Sanchiro.
No, they're not. They're not.
Well, that's disappointing.
They're also not Pepsi Man. I love that that's a game.
What?
I love that that's a real game.
Wait, hold on. Was Pepsi Man a Japanese thing?
Japanese
first?
only, yes. It's Japanese only, but then the Americans were like, I want to play that. And they're like, no. But emulation exists, so...
No, I did not know that.
Yeah, no, it's Japanese exclusive.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's so dumb.
I mean, I guess that makes sense that the Americans are the ones that made or the Japanese are the ones that made Pepsi Man into the thing in the first place. So.
It's just dumb enough to work.
Also, can I just say that it's hilarious that half the time Mario's bouncing with his freaking head?
Yes. This is the worst part in this game, it's so bad.
Yeah, I've seen the runs of it. Like, there's very little control you have over it, which is the exact opposite of what you want to do when you're catapulting yourself up into the air. Is it really worth it to try and grab those? And just in case you somehow lost the one down there, we gave you another
You actually
one.
can skip. You don't actually need that.
Honestly, I feel like it would be more worthwhile to just skip using this thing then, if possible.
Kinda is.
Oh, wow. That was a lot of star bits.
Oh yeah.
How many lives was that at also? Like 3?
I think so, yeah. I have 52 lives again.
Man,
Where's
they
the
really do just...
Yeah, this game is like notoriously like, here's lives.
Here's lives. Do you want to try dying? Well, too bad, you're not allowed.
You can't game over. Try again.
You're not allowed to game over, whether you like it or not.
You know what's funny? Is this... You know how it says I have 6 because I got that extra mushroom?
Yeah.
Originally, you're supposed to have 8 by default, like all the other 3D Mario games. And like, oh, that's a little too easy.
They say, yes, this is incredibly easy in and of itself.
Yeah.
Honestly, I do kind of wish they made things a little bit harder if they were gonna do that.
Yeah, but it's
because
the
there's
Wii
not
era.
really a reason for you to need 8. You either don't take damage, or probably getting your ass handed to you hard enough that 8 wouldn't really change much. There's not been a single situation where I go, yeah, it probably would have been better to have 8 instead of 6.
The one thing is, they actually had 8 in the at the E3 demo in 2006, and journalists kept getting game overs because they're game journalists and they suck at actually playing video games. Oh, look,
So
here's
what
your
I'm
armor
hearing
core.
Hooray.
It's a toy.
Well, I mean, what is a video game but a toy that's on the electronic sphere? In case it wasn't obvious, that's redundant.
Where will this pipe takes you? Oh, you can die. You can go under those and get under Bowser and go to the back, and to the back behind this Mecha Bowser is just a pit.
Wow. Helpful. This level... I'm not really sure how to feel about this level. On the one hand, I appreciate the work they did to make it work. On the other hand, I feel like this would have been easier to just make it some kind of gigantic unified thing. But doing so without rigging the rest of the thing sounds like a pain in the ass of the highest caliber.
I also don't know why there's bats here.
Do they show up anywhere else?
They do, yeah, they're in a couple other levels, but I don't know why they're like here specifically.
Well, the world...
Also, I do love that shot. I didn't even do anything, I just jumped in this fucking skull. Yes, you don't actually need the spring mushroom.
Nice. Well, you know what they say, when in doubt, just get good. Speaking
Alright.
of...
Oh, yeah, here's the Japanese commercial. Let me put it in the chat. Here's the Japanese commercial. And also, am I still looking to the right?
Oh,
Okay.
God, that's loud.
Oh, well, sorry, that's not my fault. That's the YouTube.
Yeah, no. I'm not saying it is.
Okay, good. Oh yeah, and then here's the dog I met today. Here's the dog I'm potentially adopting. It's very cute. Very fluffy. It shall be mine, chat. I shall have dog.
I love how there's a warning at the end of the commercial that's like, hey, be wary about swinging your body around.
It's because Nintendo had like so many fucking suits. Like, you know the strap that comes with the Wii remote, Daniel?
Yes, I was there when...
No, like, here's the thing. It, for the first year, it didn't come with the remote strap.
Oh.
Till they got a lawsuit because they're like, we sell this, and then they went, Oh shit, we should probably include that because people keep destroying their TVs on actual just TV.
Nice.
Like legit, like people, they had to include by default because people kept destroying their shit.
That's pretty good.
Like I think there was a lawsuit in the UK and they're like, hey, what if we just include it by default?
Swim through 8 rings. Why not 7? Because we'll get copyrighted by Sega if we do 7.
Wait, why 7? Oh, right. Sonic. Well, I'd like to point out that this came out a year after Sonic 06 did. So this is what Nintendo was working on while Sega was just going,
I mean, that sounds like the race between Nintendo and Sega already.
It's just so funny. Because, like, sometimes
Actually,
Sonic makes,
speaking
like,
of-
good games. Because, like, Sonic Colors was, like, a couple years after this. And Sonic Colors is, like, actually good.
I mean, it was also preceded by several other games, though, which were significantly less good.
Yeah.
And followed up by several games that were significantly less good.
And then they made Mania, which is, like, actually good.
I thought they didn't make Mania. Somebody
Well, no, they
else.
published it. But, like, an indie studio worked on it. But, like, it's still technically Sega. It's, like, they didn't make it, but, like, it's a Sonic game, you know? Like, it's an official
Yes.
Sonic game. It's not like it's a ROM hack. Like, it's an actual real game. And it's still the best Sonic game to date. I like that game a lot. I like Sonic.
I thought Frontiers wasn't too bad.
Cheers is alright. I haven't seen Blake yet, but it seems to be okay. It seems like it's an interesting thing. But
Well, I
Sonic
guess
Mania in terms of
when-
2D games is like actually just it's so good. I love that game. I played
I
it a
guess
lot.
also
during
when people
college.
think of Frontiers, they also just think of the game in general being okay, but not.
It's a weird like game that
Mania.
almost feels like a tech demo with its open world. Like it's an interesting. If they want to go in that direction, it is an interesting direction to go in. But I do wish they would contract the guys who made Mania to make another game. Because I legitimately love Mania. It's such a fun game. Like as someone who doesn't really play a lot of Sonic games, it's a really good 2D Sonic game.
So the first one gave you an M, this one gives you the L.
Yep, for Luigi.
Oh, I thought we were going for the L as loser.
No, it's going for L is real. Which I love that that's actually a thing, technically. Because they found Luigi in the game files that were leaked.
Oh, I thought we were talking about L from Death Note. I was
Oh, yeah, no. I'm talking about L is real, the thing
Lana?
from Mario 64.
like- Now I'm just imagining like Light turning into his own type of conspiracy theorist as Kira, where he's like, I believe that L actually exists, and here's how I'm going to prove it in today's video, and then he just gets distracted by trying to prove L actually exists. That he stops doing the killings, so L
Oh,
goes
it's like
back
a flat
into
earther
hiding.
being like, I'm gonna prove the earth is flat, and then they're like, vaccines! It's like that bullshit.
Something like that.
That'd be funny.
But then, because L goes back into hiding, because Light stops killing people, he just gets more and more convinced that this is all a ruse, so he's getting more and more invested into it.
Oh, that'd be funny. Yeah, chat, Death Note is good. The first half of Death Note's like actually like fantastic, but then like when it gets to the second half, it's such a downgrade. It's still a good ending. I feel like it's an interesting ending, but like, man, when they do the thing that like makes Daniel and I not like the second half, it's really annoying. I'm not gonna spoil it, but like, you'll know when you see it. But like, no, it's like if you haven't watched the original anime Death Note, like watch it. It's like really, really good. Like it's one of my favorites. And like until like the last 2 years or so, I really just didn't watch a lot of anime as a kid. Like,
Yes,
really.
you didn't watch a lot of anime until we started forcing.
And so you forced me to watch anime, and now I'm like, damn. Madoka's good. Madoka Magica's like, oh good, Madoka's good. Fucking Violet Evergarden's good. There's a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
Food Wars is not good. I like actually hate it. Like of that anime, like I legitimately do hate Food Wars.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh,
I mistimed that. Where's the last one again?
well, it could have been worse.
That's
Should we
true.
go backwards? No, we're here already. None of the rabbits have it, right?
No.
No, well, we didn't get that D suit, I think.
Yeah, I'll get it in a minute. Thank you.
Still nothing. Still not very much. Okay.
If you're a truck, did you actually send a truck after me? I'm about to get isekai'd on stream.
No. If you get isekai'd on stream, it has nothing to do with me because I'm just kind of dozing off on the side here. So don't blame me for that one.
That would be good content.
It would be good content up until the point where they remove it because you just got.
I get a
murdered.
TOS violation. They're like, probably should turn that off. No, but chat, like, imagine I get isekai'd and I'm streaming just from a different planet, like a different plane of dimensions.
Actually,
Why do I feel like
know
that's a?
sent- No, so here's the thing, right? I did send a different manga the other day, but I did see a manga that was like an isekai world, but for some reason they also just have streaming
They just have Twitch.
capabilities. Yeah, so I think it's that the main protagonist meets like the demon lord's daughter or something, or some high-ranking demon, and he's like, okay, well, I'm about to start this fight, but let me start up my
Stream
Twitch
it.
stream real quick. And then the demon's like, oh hey, what is this thing? And then he tells her, well, this is my Twitch stream. All these people are watching me right now. And then she's like, oh cool, I want to be a Twitch streamer too. And then
Oh
the
my
dude's like,
God.
okay, well, I guess I'll teach you how to do this.
Wait, they're teaching the villain or the villain's daughter?
Well, I guess it's just the quote-unquote villain. Well, it's not really
That's
a villain so
great.
much as just the general demons are the enemy type thing, but
Oh, this one is hard. Nice. That sounds honestly really funny.
it's slow currently. I don't really think it's got that much potential.
But like, if it had a better writer, it would be good.
I don't really know. It's one of those things that I don't think you can write particularly well no matter what you do, even if the premise is funny. So actually, here's something that I'll comment on as a writer. in that you can have a lot of ideas, right? And a lot of the ideas will just stand out as being ass immediately. So, for instance, Mario, but Mario constantly runs on all fours is certainly an idea that I just had, but is a generally stupid idea, right?
Right.
And you really wouldn't want to write that if you had the thought. But there will be ideas where you have, or like you think of the idea and then think to yourself in the moment, yeah, I could actually write something about that. But then once you do, you can't actually write more about it because you don't really have a good framework for progression beyond the initial premise. Which unfortunately not everybody actually realizes, which is why we end up with a ton of shit that's like, hey, I have a really cool premise, and then you get 5 chapters in and it's very obvious the author doesn't actually know what they're doing and they're just kind of stalling to get more out of it. But yeah, so that's the kind of place I feel the streaming isekai is in.
Oh, those are 69
like...
star.
Oh.
That last one. Nice.
Nice. Oh yeah, so I don't know if you did look at the last thing I posted too for the anime, but it's a really funny thing that I was told about in a different Discord where a dude gets isekai'd into the game or the world of the game that he played a bunch, right?
Okay.
But he's a speedrunner.
Oh!
And the game or the world still has the same
Logic?
Yes, the same logic, but more importantly, the same glitches in logic.
Oh my god.
As the game does. So the dude RTAs the final boss
What?
30 minutes of spawning into the world.
What the
And then it just continues on from there.
Okay, that's hilarious. Is everyone just like
Yeah.
really confused at how he's doing it?
Oh yeah.
Do they think like he's a magical wizard or some shit?
No, so like the thing is, he's also like top speedrunner for
Oh, so he's like the equivalent of like
the-
oh, so he's the equivalent of the guy that recently beat like Mario 64 and like I forget what time it was like a new record.
Well, whatever you want to call it. But the point of the matter is that he's also explaining everything in speedrunner terms whilst he's running. So he's like a GDQ.
Oh, it's like a GDQ stream.
Yeah, so everybody around him is like following along and they're like, okay, what the fuck are you talking about?
They're just like nod their heads.
No, and then he'll just do a glitch, so like one of those item manipulation ones where you just equip and unequip an item really quickly.
Oh.
And then everybody is just like
Is that a
freaking the
glitch?
fuck out, like, what the hell are you doing? Stop doing that!
Nice.
Like already several people have just phased through walls and they're immensely confused as to why the physics of the world no longer apply the way they thought it has.
Nice. So
But
he's just
yeah.
fucking with everybody. That sounds great, actually.
Yeah, I think if you type in like RTA Isekai or something like that, you'll probably find the manga. We have it in our Discord currently, and if anybody's interested,
I'll put it on my Blue Sky. I'll link it to you.
yeah, just ask Matt about
Post
it. I guess.
post at me on Blue Sky, and I'll share the link. Obviously, I'm not gonna invite y'all to our Discord. It's a private Discord. Now this sounds
We're
goofy.
not
and
sharing the
great.
Discord, everybody.
No.
Let's Let's see. This is a different one than the one you actually entered the level for, right?
Yes.
Because this doesn't lead to Mario.
No.
Yep. Oh, there we go. And now everything stops. Nothing can hurt you anymore.
No, those thwomps can still kill me.
Well, then don't run into the thwomps.
Hey!
Almost.
Mario Galaxy physics.
There you go, there you go.
Alright, next one will be our last. That way you can go to sleep.
Okay. Ooh. Yeah. He's a Mario now. Oh, well.
Well, we're gonna do 2 more then. Okay.
And then 2 becomes 3, and then 3 becomes
No, after I
4.
clear this one out, I'll do the other one.
And 4 becomes 400, and then we're all just...
We're just gonna
here
play
for-
Mario Galaxy for the next 6 hours. I'm gonna order coffee to Daniel's house.
Good luck, because unlike Greg, I don't drink coffee.
I'll order hot chocolate laced with caffeine.
I probably won't drink that.
Alright then, I don't know where to get cocaine now.
Why is that your third option? Just buy me cocaine.
Because I don't know how the fuck to even start with that.
Then don't.
Alright, well then I'll just order a bunch of candy and shit. I'll just order a lot of sugary stuff.
Well, I have that in my house. I just don't have it on me right now. But seriously, kids, don't give your friends cocaine to wake them up.
No. Use meth, I'm kidding. Okay, where the fuck made this?
Well, you need to get to the middle, I think, yeah. Oh. Okay, let me rephrase that. You need to get to the middle without being turned into a pancake.
I might actually order pancakes for breakfast tomorrow. No lie. I haven't had pancakes in a minute. My dad made some really, really good steak tonight when I was visiting my parents after meeting the dog.
Well, actually, I'm reminded of something. So I had to go to my office for some training the other day, yeah.
Right.
And so somebody there decided to buy donuts
Oh, nice.
for some event that was going on at the office on the same day, and I got to eat donuts from a from a actual bakery for the first time in a while.
Oh, nice.
Unfortunately, it was I think it was Dunkin' Donuts, not Krispy Kreme.
There are no Dunkins near you.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
Daniel. That Dunkin'... Oh, God. The Dunkin's closer to me.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
Why would they not just go to, like, one, like, local to you? There's so many donut shops in the area.
Matt, I had to drive for...
No, I'm saying, why didn't that person, like, go to a closer place?
Because that is closer to where my office is. My office is near where I live.
Oh.
Anyway, though, so back to the point was that I had gotten donuts, right?
Okay.
And there were 2 boxes there. I had foolishly assumed that because there were 2 boxes, the 2 boxes would have had the same stuff. And I opened the box in the front, and there are glazed donuts, but
Ooh.
not really anything that I really care about.
There's like
outside of
regular
that.
glazed donuts.
Yeah, regular glazed, and then the filled ones. And I'm like, well, I don't really eat the filled ones, so I'll just get a glaze or a couple of glazes. And I eat like 3 glazes across the time I'm at the office.
Right.
And then when I'm leaving, somebody else that was in the training with me comes over and grabs a donut. And I look over to them while they're leaving,
Yeah.
and they have a chocolate sprinkled one. And I'm just like, God damn it, I should have opened the other box.
Yeah, no, here's the thing. That's what a lot of places do is they'll buy one that's like a dozen glazed, and they'll buy another that's like assorted. Because that way, in case someone doesn't like icing or frosting or sprinkles or whatever, they can just have a normal, basically plain donut.
Yeah, well, I was just saying.
As a fat ass, I've learned that over the years to not trust that. Always check the donut boxes, everybody. Always check the donut boxes.
This is true. This is true.
Though, actually, speaking of donuts, like when I was helping my last job wind itself down when they were shutting down, because I live near a donut shop, I actually decided to bring in donuts one morning. I was like, "Oh, hey, thanks." So it was actually nice to bring in donuts to everybody. Be nice to your coworkers, everybody. It's nice to be nice to your coworkers.
Be nice to your coworkers, otherwise they will eat your souls.
That is true. No, but if they get a death note, they'll kill you. That too. Okay, where is you at? What?
You fucking what, mate?
Not the death note, dumbass. The star chip.
No, not. Well, that's what I'm referring to. Like, where is you at? I thought I was the one that was sleep deprived when sounding incoherent. What the hell kind of sentence is that?
Quoting The Simpsons?
Oh, I see what we need to do. Alright, we have shoved the nail further into the weird block thing. Actually, what even is this? Is this like some kind of, some child's building set?
Pretty much, yeah, it's supposed. That's the idea. Yeah, the levels all in this world, except for like one of them, are like pretty short. No, he's disappearing and flipping platforms.
Hooray, we are destroying Mario. Mario has no self-respect for his older self. You know, actually, there's a question. Do you think that there's only the one Mario, or do you think that it's like a family?
Well, since his last name is Mario, I don't know. Oh, wow, you can actually completely fuck yourself out of the star here.
Yeah, I know.
I love that. I love that you can just screw yourself over entirely. It's so funny.
It'd
Like,
be
you
a
can do all that
Nintendo
work.
game if you couldn't do that.
Yeah. It's very funny. Also, those continue to rotate until you exit the level.
Nice.
Alright. We have 72 stars. Hooray! We have almost 5,000 star bits. Alright. Well, chat. I think it's been 2 hours. It's a good time to wrap it up. So, Dan, what did you think of the levels today? Were they good? Were they bad? Were they just fine?
Yeah, these are some of my favorite levels, or at least the ones that I actually remember getting to. The Fire and Frost one, especially, is one that I remember very fondly. So, good shit today.
Yeah, it's some good stuff. I like these levels. But yeah, chat, that will do it for us today. Come back tomorrow for more Pikmin 2. Thank
Surely
you.
nothing terrible will go down.
Certainly I won't lose.
Oh wait,
like,
actually, hold on.
Oh.
We do have.
Oh yeah, we got the
note-
multiplayer mod working.
Yeah, so tune in for that. Surely nothing will terrible will happen when at least two of us are trying to control all of our Pikmin together.
Yep.
We did do one test, and that went very well.
It's fun losing
Yeah.
40 Pikmin in one shot. But yeah.